Hi, good to be with you today, and we're glad that you joined these. And as long as you're watching, we'll continue to do these meditations. Um, just a couple of announcements on my mind. Today will be the last community meal for the spring until we start up in the fall. We're ending, this church is ending 10 years of community meals, and we celebrate that. We celebrate over 100,000 meals that have been served in this church for 10 years. And at some point, we're going to have a celebration here in our worship services so that you can join in that work. The second announcement is our biblical literacy course will be on Thursday night at 6 o'clock, and that will be the last course for that. As we enter summer, we know that people's attendance are not so great at meetings and small groups and those kind of things. But we also hope to have some community gatherings yet this summer, and as those come together, we'll let you know. This Sunday, we continue to be in this season of Easter. We continue to be in our sermon series about the surprising acts of God, the surprising things happen as a result of the resurrection. And we've been seeing a lot of surprising things. God changing lives in very transformative ways. And this week's reading is not any different. We continue to be in the book of Acts, the beginning of the early church as they come together. And this week we're in the 16th chapter of the book of Acts, and our reading begins this way. During the night, Paul had a vision. And we're finding in the books of Acts that it's all about visions, that God is transforming lives through visions, that visions are not a rarity, but they are a normative. Are they normal in your life? Is God active in your life? Is God showing you things, telling you things, pointing you to different places? Anyway, for Paul has this vision of a man asking him to come to this place. And Paul acts on the vision, right? That's one of the big things in the book of Acts, that these people have these visions and they act on them. They don't just receive them and dismiss them, but they act on them. And Paul changes his plans, right? Paul wasn't planning to go to Europe, but he changed his plans because of the vision to go to Europe and meet this man. Well, he goes there. And he goes to this place of prayer, and there is no man there, but there are some women. And Paul goes to meet those women. Again, Paul is open to changing his plans, right? His plans were to go to some other town, but he goes to Europe. His plan is to meet a man, but instead he's open to meeting these women. And because he's willing to change his plans, great things happen. Surprising things happen. Along the river, he meets Lydia, who becomes a great leader in the church, and she opens up her home, her heart, her mind. And that one little act changes the world. Sometimes we don't act on things that we think we should do because we don't think they make a big difference. But the surprising thing is, a little thing can turn into a mighty big thing if we just act on it the first time around. So what little thing have you been putting off because it doesn't seem like it's consequential? What little thing continues to be in the back of your mind but never acted upon? Just one other item on our reading today. And it just kind of hit me this morning as I was going through the scriptures again. As Paul and his traveler companions come to this town, they wake up one morning and the scripture says they go outside the gates. Outside the gates. trying to determine what that means for us. Outside the gates is beyond the city walls. It's beyond the protection that the city gives you. It's outside. It's outside where the unknown happens. It's outside where things are beyond your control. Beyond the gates. Beyond the boundaries. Anyway, I'm not sure where that's going to take me this week, but it is something for you to consider as I consider it this week. What does it mean? And are we called that way as well? We'll see you next time.